Good morning, everyone. It's 10 o'clock. We'll call this meeting to order. Opening prayer this morning will be by Pam Wiebe from the gathering in Valley View, followed by our pledges led by Commissioner Hollowell. If you would, please rise.
Our Father, this morning, we just thank you for this opportunity to be in this room together. We ask for your kingdom to come, your kingship in this meeting, and whatever is to come out of it. I just thank you that I live in a country with this freedom and a county with the wisdom to know that it's important to stop and acknowledge that we're not in this alone, that there's more than meets the eye, and that we can call upon the invisible realm to give us wisdom beyond our knowledge. I pray today for the ones making decisions in this room, that more than just what they know, let them have that little spirit inside them that's looking out for this nation, the people that you love. And I just ask your blessings upon each one involved as we go forth with whatever comes out of this. We acknowledge you, and it's in the name of my Lord Jesus I pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Item 5 on our agenda this morning, public comments. I don't believe we had anyone sign up for public comments. Item 6, consent agenda. The consent agenda includes non-controversial and routine items that the court may act on with one single vote. The judge or commissioners may pull any item from the consent agenda in order that the court discuss and act upon it individually as a part of regular session. Anything on the consent agenda someone would like to discuss?
I want to question a bill. You want to do that? You want to do that first, or you want to?
No, sure.
The Parker Electric bill. Are those lights fixed?
No, and I'm actually glad you brought it up. But it's been hanging back. He's at a loss on it, but we need to probably get back together. But I hate not to pay him for the material that he has used, even though they're not working. The lights are working, but there's some kind of interference where they won't.
It looks like we're having a rave party every night.
Yeah.
They're turned off. Really, they'll flash bright pink all night long. All 4 dials. People have asked me if we put a mini bar up there.
Since I had spearheaded that deal a little bit, I ended up with the bill in my envelope, and I left it there for a while. Talked to David, and then I was like, the bill's old, and
Well, I know it's got to be paid. I just was wondering if anybody has. I hate to spend $2,600 and then we don't get anything, but he has to get paid.
I know he's going to make it right.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
So I hated to keep not getting the bill paid was my thoughts, but I am glad that he questioned it because they are on the fritz. I need to follow up on that. Does anybody else have any thoughts or?
You may have to.
Well, we just need a commitment, I think, that either they'll get fixed or we'll be able to send them back to the manufacturer for a refund.
Yeah, I think at this point, I thought about even trying to call the manufacturer, from our standpoint.
I think he's
in that situation.
I think if you ask him, he's going to try to do something to take care of it. Yeah. I mean, we got to do something. I don't want to just spend the money and not get anything. But we got to pay him, so I don't want to let him sit there. That is all I wanted. So you think next meeting we'll have something to talk about, maybe?
Yeah, I'll work on that.
I get maintenance in the middle of it, because they might have a different set of vendors that might have light fixture sources. Anybody have anything else off the consent agenda?
I do not. Anyone
You
else?
guys? I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Have a motion from Commissioner Clement to approve the consent agenda, a second by Commissioner Snuggs. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, 5-0. Item 7, deliberate and consider possible approval of Treasurer's monthly report for April 2022.
Does the treasurer want to say anything? No? Okay.
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve Treasurer's monthly report for April 2022 by Commissioner Snuggs.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Arndt. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Item 8, deliberate and consider possible approval of resolution of commitment and endorsement of Texas Area Paratransit System Incorporated TAPS, new administrative and operations facility, and future transit terminal. Commissioner Clement?
So we have Shelley White is here. I think she wants to speak to this, but just as a lead-in,
Good morning, Shelley.
Good morning.
TAPS hasn't had an office building now since I don't know when, ever, that we owned.
2014.
2014, was that the last?
That was when the last one was demolished.
That's when the last one was demolished. That was before my time on the board. But TxDOT wants us to have our own, instead of renting, wants they've given us a grant to build a new facility. We've got a repair facility up on Old 75 on the north side, on the way to Denison, between Sherman and Denison. And we've already done the assessment, we've already done the design. This is just furthering along, and all of the counties involved are going to pass this resolution in support of TAPS. There's no money involved. We've already got the money. You go ahead and you finish the rest of the story.
Okay, so back in 2014, TAPS had planned on building a new transit facility on the current property in Sherman. And so they demolished 2 of the buildings that were out there in anticipation of the new project, but they became financially, they had difficulties, and they weren't able to complete the project. So TAPS is back, and we have, we're financially stable now. We've regained the confidence of the communities, our funders, and right now part of the operations is housed in a rented facility that is very small, and also the general manager, myself, and some of the admin people are housed at a different location than maintenance and the rest of operations. So TxDOT came to us last year, and they said that they think we're ready to go ahead with this project of the new facility, and they went to the Federal Transit Administration asking for money. They received $3 million of pass-through funds, and TAPS was able to get $1.5 million of direct funds from the FTA, and so now we're ready to move forward with building the new building. This will help, TAPS to be more efficient, and it'll help our passengers. We'll be able to, provide more efficient rides and have a facility for growth. And so we are dedicated to our commitment to our riders and our communities, and we just ask that the communities support us in this endeavor, and we should have the funds executed by the end of this year, and then next year we should be able to start with procuring the architecture and engineering firm to move forward, and hopefully this project will be completed by the beginning of 2024.
Our board,
And we just ask for y'all's support.
our TAPS board has been working on this for a couple of years, actually. It's taken quite a bit of time, but there's a lot of I's to dot and T's to cross. Could I read this out loud?
Sure.
It won't take long. Commitment and endorsement of Texoma Area Paratransit System Incorporated, TAPS, new administrative operations facility and future transit terminal. Whereas TAPS was incorporated on July the 14th, 1986, as a Texas nonprofit corporation. Its purpose is to provide coordinated transportation services to the public in Clay, Cooke, Fannin, Grayson, Montague, and Wise counties. And whereas TAP's Board of Directors includes elected officials from each county within the service area and officials from the City of Bonham, City of Denison, and City of Sherman. And whereas TAP's mission is to provide safe, reliable, and cost-effective public transportation services that increase mobility and improve the quality of life for residents within the service area. And whereas in May 2021, TAPS requested consultant assistance to the Texas Department of Transportation study and develop an updated facility needs assessment for its facilities to meet the current and future needs of its market. And whereas the Federal Transportation Administration and TxDOT have approved $4.5 million for the purpose of designing and constructing a new administration operations facility and future transit terminal at its site on 6104 Texoma Parkway, Sherman, Texas. And whereas on March 23, 2022, the TAPS Board of Directors unanimously approved the final needs assessment report covering the initial design and construction of the new administration operation facility and future transit terminal. And whereas the TAPS Board of Directors seeks the support of its stakeholders within the TAPS service area for this new facility, now therefore be it resolved that the Commissioners Court of Cooke County, Texas supports the efforts of the TAPS Board of Directors to design and construct a new TAPS administrative operations facility and future transit terminal to be located at 6104 Texoma Parkway, Sherman, Texas. Passed and approved by and adopted by the governing body at a regular meeting held on May 23rd. And I make a motion we approve it.
Have a motion to approve the resolution of commitment and endorsement of the Texas Area Paratransit System by Commissioner Clement.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Arn.
Can we have just a moment
Any
here,
further
Judge?
discussion?
And the funding is taken care of, Mrs. White?
Yes, as with any capital projects, there's a 20% local match requirement, but TxDOT has agreed to give us transportation development credits, so there's going to be no cost to our communities.
Okay.
There's no money going to, I think I said that at the beginning, this isn't going to cost us
For
anything.
the meeting minutes, Shelley, what's your last name? I apologize.
White?
Okay, thank you.
Once you get operational in the new facility, you see an increase in cost there. See any impact on the counties after that?
Actually, we see a decrease in costs because right now we're renting property.
We're renting property and they're spread out on several locations. The different locations, the efficiency level is not the best it could be. They're crammed into a little space that's not even as big as this room, and they're trying to run phone call operations, schedule rides. So no, it's going to be a blessing, actually.
Yes, it'll make everything more efficient and better communication between departments and operations.
Thank you, Shelley. Any other questions of Shelley?
Just out of curiosity, the land where it's being built, how was that acquired or picked or?
It was acquired long before my time, a long time ago, by TAPS and TxDOT. It's owned outright.
I was just curious, didn't have a bearing on it.
I believe the board that you were on bought that property.
I'm sorry.
Is it still?
That property was there ready when you were on the board right when they brought Collin County in and everything started kind of going flaky on us. But we had that property then already.
Yes.
Is that centrally located?
Yes, it's on Texoma Parkway in Sherman.
And your demographics are Cooke, Fannin? What areas do you serve?
Cooke, Fannin, Wise County, Montague, Clay.
There's 6 counties.
Yeah.
There's buses here in Gainesville.
Okay, they're stationed.
Yes, there's buses
Got it.
stationed in the other
So
areas.
this is just the headquarters?
This is the headquarters.
Correct.
The repair center, the call-in center, that's over there.
We
Yeah.
got a couple of
And-
buses that they park at the depot.
Right.
Yeah, we have another station in Wise County as well.
It's exciting.
It is very exciting.
I was just curious.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Did we ever vote?
No, we have not. We have a motion to accept the resolution of commitment and endorsement of the Texas Area Paratransit System by Commissioner Clement, a second by Commissioner Arndt. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Ayes have it, 5-0. It is
Thanks, Shelley.
It is 10:15. We'll open public hearing. Request by zoning change approval by Balto, Czar, and Ariel Orrvides of approximately 10 acres in J.W. Elkins survey located at 14305 South, Farm to Market 372 Valley View, from agricultural to residential. Do we have anyone speaking? Was this approved by P&Z?
4-0.
Say again?
4-0.
Yeah. It is 10:16. We'll close.
I think,
Oh, do I have someone to speak?
It's the property owner.
Okay, sure. Would you like to take the podium, please? It's okay. We're as nervous as you are.
Do you just want to know what I'm doing, or?
It's not necessarily that you make any comments, but if you'd like to, if there's any insight that maybe we should have that we don't have already.
Okay, no.
You're just changing, just tell me that way when people ask me, I can, so I've heard it from you instead of just on the agenda.
But I'm changing what?
You're just changing,
Yeah, we have the 10 acres, and then we're taking out the 2.5, and that's good, or the 7.5 will be changing from, wait, no.
it's going from, it's going, coming from ag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
To residential.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what I thought. That's it.
Thank you. And
You're off the spot.
Thank you.
You are Ariel?
Yes, I
All
am.
right. Thank you.
Thanks.
You need to work on her last name.
Yeah.
Orrvides?
Say it for us.
Orrvides.
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 Orrvides. Oh, I wasn't even close. I apologize.
That's okay. I don't think I even say it right.
Thank you. Okay, it is 10:17. We'll close public hearing. Item 11, deliberate and consider request for zoning change, approval by Balazar and Ariel on approximately 10 acres of J.W. Elkins survey located at 14305 South, Farm to Market 372 Valley View, from agricultural to residential.
With Lake Ray Roberts, Planning and Zoning Committee, since they have recommended it, I say a motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve the rezoning.
Second.
And a second by Commissioner Clement to rezone the 10 acres of the J.W. Elkins survey located at 14305 South, Farm to Market 372, from agricultural to residential. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Ayes have it, 5-0. Item 12, open. It is 10:18. Open public hearing request for zoning change approval by Jeffrey Todd Smith, John and Dorothy Smith for a 110.62 acre tract on County Road 241, Valley View, from agricultural to residential. Do we have anyone here to speak to this change? No one? Okay, it is still 10:18. We'll close public hearing. Item 14, deliberate and consider request for zoning change approval by Jeffrey Todd Smith, John and Dorothy Smith for a 110.62 acre tract on County Road 241 Valley View, from agricultural to residential.
That one, what did that one do at the P&Z?
Same day. It was approved 3-1.
Does it show that in the packet?
Yes.
It does.
It's on.
For 35 lots, more or less.
No, The P and Z part.
No, because I don't have the minutes yet.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, with the P and Z sending up the recommendation to approve, I make a motion that we approve.
Have a motion by Commissioner Snuggs to approve the 110.628 acre tract on County Road 241 from agricultural to residential.
Second.
Have a second by Commissioner Hollowell. Any further discussion?
And just to jog y'all's memory, this is the piece of property where the owners came to us and were thinking about doing a boat and RV storage, but the neighbors around them kind of got up in arms in it, so they changed their route.
Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it, 5-0. Item 15, deliberate, consider possible approval of preliminary plat for Clear Sky subdivision in Precinct 2. Commissioner Snuggs?
We've got somebody here to speak.
Yeah, I just
sure.
represent the developer on this case.
Okay.
My name is Scott Shear with Lackland Holdings, 3045 Lackland Road in Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay.
I'm really just kind of here to answer any questions that you guys may have. We've been, we've met with you on this project before, and our engineers have, submitted the necessary studies and stuff to your review engineer. I don't think there's much too terribly controversial about it. It's acre lots in the mud.
Yeah, this is the mud.
This is the mud.
This is going to be phase one.
So
They're not calling it that, but there's an extra
the
part.
the preliminary plat is for the whole thing.
Oh, is it?
Yes, the preliminary plat's for the full development. It's, I want to say, 360 acres. And I brought a full-size version of it here if you guys want to see it. I know that sometimes looking on your screens might be tough.
Can I have a copy of that?
Yes, you sure
Okay,
can.
okay, that'd be great.
So,
Keep that in office.
I don't know, do y'all want?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So what's your timeline? Do you have a timeline?
So we're looking to do this in 3 phases. The first phase would just be every lot along the existing County Road 200, which is about 40 lots or so. I don't know the exact number. It's 40 to 45, something like that. And then the next phase would be approximately 100 lots on the south side of the development. There's a proposed thoroughfare from the thoroughfare plan that kind of bisects our property. And we would do the first phase south of that road, and then the last phase, the remainder lots, would include construction of that thoroughfare and the northern part of the subdivision.
So are you also building the homes? Or-
Yes, Riverside Home Builders is our home building company that's,
And these
same-
are single-family?
single-family homes on acre lots. I think we've put this product in Cooke County before, and I think it's generally well received. They're nice homes. It's not, all siding, and it's brick, and
Got eight of them just sold within the last 12 months.
Utilities are readily available.
Yes, sir.
The mud,
we've been working with Bolivar Water Supply Corp on this, and they requested 2.5 acres for a future well site and pump station, and that's part of this plat is the land necessary for that. We're extending a water line in County Road 200 from where it terminated at our southern property boundary.
so the purpose of the mud is for maintaining roads?
Maintain roads and yes, maintain roads. Drainage infrastructure.
The thoroughfare, what road, is that a new road to be, or is that an expansion of an existing road?
It would be a new road that was on that plan, but
Okay,
It was new.
it was a whole new road.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
it just made sense where it's at to do it that way.
Yeah.
But, I make a motion, we approve the preliminary.
Have a Motion to approve the preliminary for Clear Sky subdivision, precinct 2 by Commissioner Snuggs.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Hollowell.
Can we have a little discussion?
Sure.
What's the timeline now? Since we have all those rules in place, so we passed the preliminary, then what's
We're waiting
next?
on the engineering review.
Yeah.
It's already been sent off. Then they will meet those requirements, then we can say it.
So there's,
Once the requirements are met, we have 30 days.
we have 30 days.
We have 30 days, once they've met all the
Yeah,
requirements.
And they have whatever time they need to.
To get it,
There's
yeah.
no timeline on them to get that
Not on
done.
them, no.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Well, there is. It's like 2 years.
Well, yeah.
After preliminary. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The timeline from the state so that we don't drag our feet in the approval and everything when they're trying
Right.
to
Yep.
get it developed.
Speaking of timeline, I think I asked that question. When do you expect to break ground?
The first phase shouldn't take much from an engineering standpoint since it's all fronting existing county road. So I would think in the next 2 to 3 months, we
Thank
should
you.
be breaking ground on the first phase.
Yeah, just for the public awareness, they will be working with me to pave the road that they're fronting.
Okay. Okay, item 15, I have a motion to approve the preliminary plat for Clear Sky subdivision precinct 2 by Commissioner Snuggs, a second by Commissioner Hollowell. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, 5-0. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 16, deliberate and consider possible approval of preliminary plat for Parker Heights subdivision in precinct 2.
That's us too.
That's you too?
Yes, sir.
All right. This one is not a mud.
No, this one's not a mud, just northwest of Valley View off of 922.
Could you just kind of give us a quick overview?
Sure, it's another acre lot subdivision. We've got the approvals we need from TxDOT and Bolivar Water Supply Corp. also on this one.
How many lots total?
It's either 48 or 49, I'm sorry, I don't.
No, that's okay.
Got it right here.
Kathy, while we work 19 of these, they run together. This is the one that had the engineering change and everything on it.
Yes, yes.
This one's been in the pipe for a while. They changed engineers midstream, so it slowed it back down and put it on the timeline with the mud. This one's been in the pipeline for 8 months, 9 months, probably.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had some difficulties getting our plans where we needed them.
Yeah, it's no problem. I was just, like I said, I'm working so many of them, they all kind of run together a little bit. And there's two, the Parker Heights, and then there's another one right to the west of it. And
Oh, okay.
it was all kind of running together. They look
Right.
exactly the same, but they're different developments.
Yes, our construction plans have gone through 2 rounds of review with the review engineer on this. So, we feel like we're pretty well there. And, once upon approval of this plat, we'll revise the, per the last round of comments from, I think it was a couple weeks ago, that, their comments wouldn't fundamentally change anything on the plat. So we're looking to get moving on this one pretty quickly as well.
I'm assuming same thing, 90 days after approval, you'll start breaking ground?
Yeah, hopefully, we're hoping maybe if we can find an earthwork contractor that can get to it sooner, we're hoping for even a little bit sooner on this one, because our plans are further along.
I make a motion to approve this one as well.
Have a motion to approve the Parker Heights subdivision in precinct 2 by Commissioner Snuggs.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Arn. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, 5-0.
Can I interrupt this for a second? I
Sure.
committed a faux pas. Could we get a picture with Shelley real quick so she
Oh,
could
sure.
leave? They'd like to have a little picture of us.
Sure.
It's a big thing to present
No.
all this to TxDOT.
We'll
And then she
take
can
a-
get out of here.
We'll take a 3-minute recess.
It won't take long.
Like that 3 minutes.
We need to exercise.
I like that.
Okay, it is 10:34. We will resume normal session. Item number 17 on our agenda, deliberate and consider possible.
Did we vote on 16?
We did.
Yes.
Okay, oh, it was after that. Okay.
Item 17, deliberate and consider possible approval of Lone Oak RV Park at Lone Oak Ranch and Retreat on South Farm to Market 372. Jason?
I'll let,
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you? I'm here to answer any questions about the potential for RV pad sites at Lone Oak Ranch and Retreat. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Brian Manhart. I've been the president and CEO of Lone Oak Ranch and Retreat for, since 2009. And the introduction to the potential 91 RV pad site plan came about during the COVID time period where we recognized the need to transition, and this is a hard statement to make because I'm looking at one of our camp dads right now, but the need to transition away from overnight summer camp due to the COVID aftermath and into something else.
can I say one thing? This is Camp Kiowa. So for people who don't know.
Camp Kiowa, Lone Oak. So we've got existing right now a retreat and conference center. We had up until about 12 months ago an overnight summer camp. And right now we're working to transition both from a space standpoint and a revenue standpoint into the RV business. So the 91 pad sites will be primarily, and this is primarily due to a few different reasons, but it'll be primarily used for individual to maybe 3 or 4 night stays, weekend stays, as opposed to long-term stays or even transient workers type scenario, which I believe that some of those particular aspects can raise some concerns about the clientele that you do have, and that kind of thing. With that being said, I think family-oriented short-term stays, specifically out of the Metroplex, we're far enough off of the 82 and the 35 corridor that we're not most likely going to get a lot of folks who are just looking for a place to stay for one night, but it's going to be more of a destination type of scenario. So, and with that being said, we'll be able to utilize the camp activities and the retreat amenities and the existing hotel rooms that we have to sort of bolster the experience that people will have when they come out. So if you've got Bob and Jan who have an RV that have 3 different neighbors without an RV, they can still utilize everything that we've got to offer out there. Again, very, very family oriented and more for the shorter term destination stays than anything else. You should see the plans that ICON put together from a drainage study. Jeff Corey put together with KCB Engineering and the septic plans. Pentex and Mountain Springs Water Supply have already provided us the will serve letters. And then ICON's also did the sort of the general layout of everything. You actually won't see an RV from County Road 372, and all of our roads will adhere to all of the jurisdictions that have been laid out, meaning the 24-foot plus wide roads for 2-lane traffic, 20-foot roads, wide roads for 1-lane traffic, the ability for emergency vehicles to come through and never have to back up or do a 3-point turnaround, fire hydrant on property, those kinds of things.
This RV park is a really, really good one from the standpoint of the complaints that we get on RV parks, people having to look at them. This one won't be seen from the highway, and it's buried inside of his property with a buffer all the way around, so the neighbors won't see it either. So this one is like a very dreamy one. one. That sounds silly, but, you know, it's a good one from that standpoint. And Brian has put the work in on this to make sure all of his neighbors are happy and the drainage is good. You know, I tell you what, you've done a good job with this one.
Thank
I
you for
appreciate
that. I appreciate it.
Does anybody have any questions or anything?
I don't. Anyone else?
With that being said, I make a motion, we approve this RV development.
No. We're in action. I have a motion to approve the Lone Oak RV Park at South Farm to Market 372 by Commissioner Snuggs.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Arndt. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, 5-0. Thank you.
Thank
Brian,
you,
we
John.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Item 18, deliberate and consider possible approval of transferring funds from full-time payroll to part-time payroll for EMS and budget amendment for same. Kevin?
So at the first quarter of this fiscal year, we got hit really hard with COVID again. We've done this the last couple of years of transferring the dollars from the full-time item to part-time item just to be able to cover part-time work. We also had a couple team members go on to different adventures. But we have the money in the full-time line item right now to be able to cover that. So I'm just asking to be able to transfer the $40,000 from one line item to the next.
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve the transfer of funds from full-time to part-time for EMS budget amendment by Commissioner Snuggs.
Second.
A second by Commissioner Arndt. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you,
Ayes have
gentlemen.
it. Thank you, Kevin. Number 19, deliberate and consider possible approval of appointments to the TCOG Governing Board for a 2-year period commencing June 1st, 2022. We currently are represented by Adam Art and Scott New. I believe both are interested in continuing to serve. But we'll certainly entertain thoughts of changes.
I was going to say, if Adam was tired of it, I mean, you're going to have some free time in the future. If you're willing to continue to serve, too, you know.
Yeah.
It's only once a month.
I would be glad to.
And it's a very interesting board.
I know when we appointed New, Brinkley was here then, he said something about after a certain number of years, the community one has to rotate, but I don't know, I forget which town it went from to another one, but this doesn't say that.
I don't remember what was that.
I do.
But Leon's correct in that I think that on the municipalities, it rotates.
It rotates, but I don't remember how many years it's supposed to be. But I know Jason made a deal out of that. I think somebody, was it somebody from Callisburg or Munster? Munster was the one, and then it was going to go to, or was it Valley View? I don't remember.
Callisburg has the mayor that sits on it.
Okay.
Today,
Is that correct, Adam?
Yeah.
Callisburg mayor's on it, too. But he's not the community.
That's a different, yeah.
Yeah.
The community representative, it rotates, but I don't know how often it's supposed to rotate.
I'd have to pull the minutes because I don't remember that conversation.
The letter indicates that if we don't make
Gary
a
does,
decision, it will default back to the existing one. So I don't think that we're to the point where we've exceeded the number of years that are available. But I certainly don't have a problem with changing it if someone is
I'm not
interested.
necessarily advocating that. I didn't know it was supposed to change. I just remember Jason said it was supposed to change.
I think on the municipality it is, but I don't know if it's community or for the,
Well, wasn't Valley View the municipal one and then it changed to?
see, I think each taxing entity, do they not have a representative on that board?
Yep.
And then there's a random
There's a
community.
random one, community or whatever they call it here,
Yeah.
community representative.
So do we know of any mayor that is interested in doing this?
I think the mayor's automatically signed up, Judge.
Okay, so all the mayors are represented.
I can't speak to that.
That's
They
what
have an
I,
opportunity, I
So
believe.
us appointing Scott New, is that a redundancy or?
I don't know, that's what I want to
I
find
didn't
out.
think about that because he's the mayor of Lindsay, right?
He is.
That's why I'm asking.
I guess we would need to call Eric if we're not pressed for time on this. We can talk with Eric about it and see.
June 1st is.
Does that hurt? June 1st?
Oh,
Yeah.
so we're into the good.
What happens if you haven't named one by June 1st? Do we turn into a pumpkin?
Yeah, they'll automatically.
Was he mayor when?
I have no idea.
I don't need it.
Yeah, he,
Probably
I
not.
remember appointing him, but I don't remember if he was mayor.
3 years ago?
how long's her term?
2.
2? Does he just run again? Unopposed?
He probably was appointed at the same time that I was appointed to it.
In other words, whoever's going to sit on there, this side of the world and the cog board is missing a vote. That's what, that's basically what it is, if that's true.
Yes. So if that in fact is true, then we should find someone other than Scott New.
How quick can we find that out? I just remember it being said, and then whoever it
There's one
is.
I know rotates, I agree with you, but I don't know which one.
It'd be kind of nice to have the full amount of
Can you
representation.
break off for a minute while we continue and call Stephanie at TCOG and see if you can get some clarification? Okay.
And it may not matter.
And we will skip over item 19 for now and move to item 20. Deliberate and consider possible actions regarding Main Street parking lot. I did speak with the mayor, Tommy Moore, and they are interested in helping us with lighting. He has to go through some hoops and see what monies are available. Of course, we don't have the engineering yet to really understand what kind of lighting would be required. But he is interested in looking at helping us there if they can. Just like us, they have a budget to contend with, and we'll just need to do some additional research. We should be expecting the final engineering in the next 2 weeks. And that's about as much as I know about the Main Street parking lot.
Sounds like it's on the move.
It is. So we'll take no action on item 20. Item 21, deliberate and consider possible actions regarding Crest Building.
Still waiting from Icon.
We're really close to them
Yeah.
being ready for a meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll take no action on 21. 22, deliberate and consider possible actions regarding county radio communications. Towers are going up.
We've got our fiber connection installed between Denton County Sheriff's Office and Cooke County Sheriff's Office. We've got the microwave portions, the microwave antennas on Rice Avenue and Pentex, which were the existing towers. Generators in place at Rice, tower bases, there's a tower base up at Symbols Bend. They're doing the grounding around Walnut Bend. Forms and stuff were set up last week at Symbols Bend for the generator, the cabinet, and the LP tank, but I don't know that they poured them yet.
Progress.
Yep. Still looking at a late July completion.
Mid to late July, yes. Wind has been an issue as far as climbing the towers. Rain has been an issue as far as working the pad sites.
Any questions about item 23? Item 22, radio communication system. And we'll take no action on item 22. Item 23, deliberate and consider possible actions regarding annex. I believe we have started construction on the walls. I saw a photograph this morning, so we have completed demolition and started construction. Is that correct, Gary?
They've got the I-beam installed in the support wall. They've moved the ductwork. I've asked them to add us some electrical outlets and some internet outlets in the conference room and along the south wall, in case at some point we need to expand with another administrative assistant, so we should see a change order on that. I don't think it's any huge dollars.
Okay.
What? Carpet, there may be some delay on carpet. Carpet apparently right now is hard to find. It seems like every time we build or work on something, carpet seems to be the slowest moving part of the project. So they may be 12 weeks out on it. They're looking for a new source.
We don't have to worry about anything falling through the ceiling anymore, do we? Did they get the floor down?
Yeah, they have hardwood floor or plywood between the work and the lower floor. Unless y'all have some questions, I think that's it.
Anything else on the annex? Anybody have any questions or input? All right, then we'll take no action on item number 23. Are we ready to go back to item 19?
Yes.
Okay.
So those are the only two seats that y'all appoint. There's the governing board appoints one mayor. So Nathan will be rotating off. The Munster mayor will be coming on.
Okay,
And that's the rotating one. And it's not appointed by y'all.
got it.
Okay?
Okay.
We appointed new, I know that.
Well, it's
We did.
I guess that was,
and
that was,
it's not, was there not a community one that's an at-large?
That's new. New is an at-large person, that he's the at-large
And
appointment.
then one person from the court?
One person from the court,
Okay.
the judge or his designate.
but who appoints the community at large one?
He's the advisory board, someone else. Oh, no, the at-large, Scott New?
Yeah.
Y'all do.
Yeah. But the advisory board selects a mayor, and it's on a rotating basis.
Yes.
That's the
That
one
is
that's on the
separate from our
That's the
selection.
rotating one.
And right now, it's Councilperson.
But it's about
Yes, and
to
it's
be
fixing to be
Munster.
Munster. He's rotating off.
But Scott is now available to be appointed as our at-large.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yes,
Yes.
So that's, okay.
that makes sense. So I personally don't have a problem with Scott New, but then the question is Adam's spot. Does someone on the court want to take that?
I can't, Thursday nights are bad for me.
Basketball?
I have my daughter on Thursday night.
You got any issues, Adam? Are you needing off?
No, I can continue. I mean,
He said he'd do it.
unless somebody just wants to jump over there, that's fine, but I don't mind it.
Yeah. And I wouldn't have a problem with doing it either, but I'm not going to be on the court, so technically,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was
I could be
thinking
the
when you weren't on
at-large.
the court anymore, you could be our
Yeah.
guy.
I could only be the at-large.
Okay.
I'm already doing Meals on Wheels and taps.
Well, I make a motion that we,
Leave Scott New and Adam?
Yep.
Have a motion to renew Scott New and Adam Arndt to the TCOG board from Commissioner Snuggs.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Hollowell. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Do I have to abstain?
Yep, I think you do.
Abstain.
Yeah. Good catch. All right, we will drop back down to item 24. Deliberate and consider possible action regarding various grant funds.
I don't really have any updates on any of them.
Okay,
what about on my CTIF, changing the road, do we need to run that through court? Just jogging your memory.
I don't have an answer on that.
Okay, so if we can, we both won't forget it.
We have to run the good text up too, if you got that on your mind.
Well, yeah, I was gonna let her see what we need to do. I just need to just change from one road to another.
Never heard a word y'all said. Okay. I said I never heard one word word that you all said.
Oh,
I don't really have an update on any of them. He wants to change a road on his CTIF report, and I haven't gotten an answer for him.
Is Alan still in charge of that?
If, I believe so, if he's still there, but
Okay, so we'll take no action on item 24 and no update. Item 25,
motion.
adjourn. Have a motion to adjourn by Commissioner Snuggs,
Second.
second by Commissioner Arndt. Any further discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. We are adjourned, 5-0. Thank you, gentlemen.